All right, hello everybody, Aaron back at the range. I have got my Mark 12 clone. I did not build this, I actually picked it up in a trade. It was a pretty good deal on my part. I don't have the money to get a nice authentic scope for it. So what I was doing is I was looking around the internet for some different options on what to put on. I didn't really want to go with an Acog because I already have an Acog on my Scar. So I wanted to try something else, and I've wanted to try an Elcan for a long time. So what this is right here is an Elcan M145. This is mainly used in the military, the Army specifically, with their M249 and the 240. Now I came across the Facebook page, Sheepdog Gear. Now he has really good prices on optics, red dots, slings, just accessories in general, and like his prices are extremely good. Like I wouldn't ever go to eBay or any of those other websites. From now on, I'm going to Sheepdog Gear because his price is outstanding. So he hooked me up with an Elcan M145. If you're not familiar, this is a 3.4 times optic. So it's comparable to the TA11 or the TA31 Acog. Then Acogs are gonna be around $900 to $1,000. Now the Elcan, I picked it up for $500, I wanna say. Now the reticle that is on here is a 249, a 240 reticle. I'll show a couple images on what that looks like. Pretty much this optic is to be mounted on a machine gun. Definitely not a special purpose rifle, right? So that doesn't really make sense. The whole point of this optic is for area target. I have not seen a lot of videos on YouTube. I had a hard time sighting it in. I had to look at old Army manuals to figure out how to even basically sight it in, how to use it. And I'm not a huge fan of the reticle, but I think for the purpose of this and the purpose of this video, it'll really show you that this is good for an area target. I'm out at the 100-meter range. I've got some steel plates down there. I got full size, just steel plate, kind of like torso size, and then I also have a small plate as well. 100-meter zero is gonna be on the 500-meter zero. So we'll see how that correlates to this and if the bullet drop compensator works. However, I sighted this at 75 feet at the range. I'm gonna adjust it out here so I can get on the target, and then we'll see if I can hit it 300 with it. So let's get started. All right, so I'm shooting IMI 55 grain FMJ. So again, we're going for area target. We're not going for nice, precise. So all I'm trying to do is hit that steel target. Make a couple adjustments. Just like that, easy. All I did, you can get a close up on this, was take this notch. I was hitting high and a little to the right. So I brought this notch and brought it down. And then all I have to do is on this side, I'm gonna take this a couple clicks to the left and the area should be right in the center. I should hit. So I'm gonna do that and we'll keep trying. So the crazy thing about this optic is the reticle does not move. The reticle stays the same. The entire optic is moving either up and down or left and right. Again, this is for area target. This is not a precision optic by any means. So when I look through this, I'm using the open 5, keep in mind. Now when I'm looking through the optic, my small steel plate is covering that whole open area. So I should easily be able to hit this. And I hit it once and it fell right off. So there we go. Cool.
This is like stupid easy.
Yeah. Feels good, man. So this sight's supposed to go on a machine gun and it's meant for area target, not point target. So just for quick shots on your target, what'd you think of that?
Actually, I think I prefer it more than an Acog now.
There it is. All right, so we're at the 300 meter. I got 10 rounds and we'll see how it goes. All right, so if you're looking for an alternative to an Acog that is much cheaper, this Elcan M145, even though it's really big and hefty, will 100% do the job. So I was sighted in at the open 5 for 100. I didn't even move my point of aim at all. All I did was I put the steel target inside that open 500 and still hit perfectly fine at 300. And as you can hear, I got the hits. So we'll have some other people try it out. Aim a little high.
Solid.
Easy.
Yeah, definitely aim a little high though.
What'd you think?
Way better with my glasses.
Yeah.
Like dead on.
What do you think about that to an Acog?
All the fun for half the cost. Easy.
Hit. Missed. Hit.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty impressive. The Acog actually somehow, it will be very hard to see at the 300 yards or 300 meters because the shell run is going to cover the entire target, especially for the iron plate. But this guy, I would say, well, it's pretty impressive. I like it.
This thing was cheap. Half the price of an Acog, and literally, like he said, just as fun. We're out at 300 yards, or 300 meters actually, and it's not hard. It's super easy. So if you're on the fence about getting one of these, and you don't want to spend the money for an Acog, this is an excellent alternative. So, Aaron with guns and stuff, I'm gonna run it out with 30 rounds. See those.